Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. What if you lived every moment as if the universe was conspiring in your favor? What if, no matter what happened, you believed with certainty that everything was working out for you? The truth is, your thoughts create your reality. If you act as if everything is unfolding perfectly, you tune into a new frequency, one where miracles become normal and opportunities are drawn to you. Today, I'm going to share 6 key principles to help you embody this mindset and transform your life. Your mind is the most powerful tool you have, and yet most people allow it to run on autopilot, repeating the same thoughts, beliefs, and emotional patterns every day. The truth is, your brain is a record of the past. Every experience, every setback, every moment of doubt has been imprinted into your subconscious, shaping how you think and feel about yourself and the world. But what if you could break free from those old patterns? What if you could train your mind to work for you instead of against you? The key is to reprogram your mind with intention. Every morning when you wake up, your brain automatically falls into familiar thought patterns. These patterns determine how you feel, what you expect from the day, and ultimately what you experience. If your first thoughts are ones of stress, worry, or frustration, you are already setting yourself up to repeat the past. But what if you took control and decided that today was going to be different? What if, before even stepping out of bed, you planted a new thought in your mind? Everything is always working out for me. This single thought, when repeated consistently, has the power to shift your reality. Your brain doesn't know the difference between something real and something vividly imagined. When you focus on a new belief with enough energy and repetition, your mind begins to accept it as truth. This is the foundation of neuroplasticity, the brain's ability to rewire itself. Every time you choose a new thought, you strengthen new neural pathways. Every time you replace fear with trust, doubt with certainty, or stress with gratitude, you reshape your brain. The more you reinforce these thoughts, the more automatic they become until one day they are no longer just affirmations, they are your new reality. One of the most powerful ways to reprogram your mind is through mental rehearsal. Close your eyes and imagine the version of yourself who already lives as if everything is working out perfectly. How do they think? How do they move? What do they expect from life? The more detailed your visualization, the more real it becomes to your brain. When you see, feel, and believe in a new reality ahead of time, your brain starts to reorganize itself to match that vision. The key is to not just think about it, but to feel it. Emotion is the language of the subconscious mind. When you generate the feeling of success, abundance, or joy in the present moment, your body begins to believe that your future is happening now. But rewiring your mind isn't just about thinking new thoughts, it's about breaking free from old patterns. Pay attention to your inner dialogue throughout the day. How often do you catch yourself saying, "This always happens to me," or "I never get what I want," or "Things are so hard"? Every time you say these things, you reinforce the old programming. Instead, consciously interrupt those thoughts and replace them with new ones. Whenever doubt arises, remind yourself, no, I choose a different reality. Everything is always working out for me. The more you make this a practice, the more your external world will start to reflect your internal shifts. People, opportunities, and synchronicities will begin showing up in ways that seem almost magical. But this isn't magic, it's the result of training your brain to align with a new frequency. When you act as if everything is working out for you, you send a signal to the universe that you are ready to receive, and the universe responds in kind. Your thoughts are the blueprint of your future. When you wake up tomorrow, choose to program your mind with intention. Choose thoughts that empower you, beliefs that uplift you, and emotions that align with the life you truly desire. The moment you do, your world will begin to change in ways you never thought possible. Your future is not something that happens to you, it is something you create. And the secret to manifesting the life you desire lies in your ability to live in the feeling of your future self before it happens. Most people wait for external circumstances to change before they allow themselves to feel happy, successful, or abundant. But the truth is, your emotions are not a reaction to your environment. They are the creators of it. If you can generate the feelings of your future reality now, you send a powerful signal to the universe, aligning yourself with the experiences, opportunities, and people that match that emotional frequency. Think about it. How would you feel if everything you ever wanted had already happened? Imagine waking up one morning and realizing that all of your dreams have become reality. You have the financial freedom, the relationships, the health, the success, whatever it is that you deeply desire. How would you carry yourself? How would you think? What emotions would fill your body? Most importantly, how would your energy shift? That feeling, that elevated state of being, is exactly what you need to embody today, not someday in the distant future. Science shows that your brain does not know the difference between a real event and a vividly imagined one. When you close your eyes and step into the feeling of your future self, your body begins to believe it is already happening. Your heart rate changes, your chemical responses shift, and your brain fires new neural pathways that reinforce this new reality. In other words, when you consistently feel the emotions of your desired future, you condition your body and mind to operate as if that future is already here. The problem is that most people do the opposite. They focus on their current circumstances, which are often filled with stress, worry, or doubt, and they allow those emotions to dictate their future. They say, I'll feel happy when I have more money, or I'll feel secure when I meet the right job, or I'll feel confident when I meet the right partner. But this is backward thinking. If you keep waiting for your external world to change before you allow yourself to feel good, you will always be chasing happiness. The key is to feel it first, independent of your current conditions. So, how do you begin to live in the feeling of your future self? Start by setting aside time each day to visualize your ideal life. Close your eyes and place yourself in the moment where your dreams have already manifested. Feel the joy, the excitement, the gratitude. Let those emotions flood your body. The more you practice this, the more natural it becomes. Your body will begin to memorize this new emotional state, and soon you won't have to think about it. It will simply be who you are. But it doesn't stop with visualization. You must also align your actions with the identity of your future self. If you were already successful, how would you show up in the world? If you were already deeply in love, how would you treat yourself and others? If you were already in perfect health, what choices would you make? Begin acting as if you are already that person. Speak with confidence, walk with purpose, make decisions from a place of trust rather than fear. The more you step into this version of yourself, the more your external reality will shift to match it. Living in the feeling of your future self is about training your mind and body to believe in a reality that has yet to manifest. It's about breaking free from old emotional patterns that keep you stuck in the past and stepping into the frequency of your desired future. The universe responds to energy, and when you radiate the emotions of your future self, you become a magnet for everything that aligns with that energy. So don't wait for proof. Don't wait for circumstances to change. Feel it now, live it now, be it now, and soon your future will unfold exactly as you imagined, because you have already become the person who attracts it. Most people live their lives in survival mode without even realizing it. They wake up each day feeling stressed, anxious, and overwhelmed, reacting to the world around them instead of creating their reality. Survival mode is when your body and mind are constantly in a state of fight or flight, always anticipating danger, always feeling the need to control, and always on edge. This state is meant to be temporary, a biological response to real threats. But when you live in survival mode every day, it becomes a prison that keeps you trapped in the past, unable to step into the future you truly desire. Breaking free from survival mode is one of the most important things you can do to transform your life. When you're stuck in a state of fear, stress, or worry, your body is flooded with chemicals like cortisol and adrenaline. Your brain becomes hyper-focused on threats, whether real or imagined, and you begin to see the world through a lens of scarcity and danger. Your decisions become reactive rather than intentional, and you find yourself repeating the same patterns, the same struggles, and the same limiting beliefs. This is why so many people feel stuck, because their body is addicted to the emotions of stress, and their mind is wired to expect the worst. The first step to breaking free from survival mode is awareness. You must recognize when you are operating from fear rather than creation. Ask yourself, am I constantly worrying about the future? Am I reacting to life instead of consciously shaping it? Do I feel exhausted, overwhelmed, or stuck in negative thought loops? If the answer is yes, you are likely living in survival mode. The good news is that you have the power to shift out of it. One of the most effective ways to break free is through breath work and relaxation. When you slow down your breathing, you send a signal to your nervous system that you are safe. Deep, intentional breaths activate the parasympathetic nervous system, which is responsible for healing, restoration, and creativity. When you breathe deeply and consciously, you shift your body out of fight or flight mode and into a state of balance. Try this simple practice. Inhale for 4 seconds, hold for 4 seconds, and exhale for 6 seconds. Do this for a few minutes, and you will feel your body relax almost instantly. Another key to escaping survival mode is letting go of the need to control everything. Fear thrives on uncertainty, and when you are in survival mode, you try to predict and control every outcome. But the truth is, control is an illusion. The more you try to force things, the more resistance you create. Instead of clinging to outcomes, practice surrender. Trust that everything is unfolding as it should. When you let go of the need to control, you make space for miracles, synchronicities, and unexpected opportunities. Your thoughts also play a critical role in shifting out of survival mode. Most people don't realize that their mind is programmed to focus on worst-case scenarios. This is a survival instinct designed to protect you from danger. But in today's world, it often does more harm than good. If you constantly think about what could go wrong, you keep yourself stuck in fear. Instead, train your mind to focus on what could go right. Whenever a negative thought arises, consciously replace it with a new one. Everything is working out for me. I am safe. I trust the process of life. The more you repeat these affirmations, the more your brain rewires itself to see possibility instead of danger. Lastly, breaking free from survival mode requires you to step into a state of creation. When you are in survival, you are living in reaction to your past. But when you step into creation, you begin designing your future. Spend time every day visualizing the life you want, not the life you fear. Imagine yourself thriving, succeeding, and experiencing joy. The more you focus on your vision, the more you shift your energy from survival to expansion. You do not have to live in a constant state of stress and worry. You have the power to break free, to step out of fear and into trust, out of reaction and into creation. The moment you decide that you will no longer be controlled by survival mode is the moment your life begins to change. Let go, breathe, trust, and create. Your future is waiting, your thoughts create your reality, but your actions solidify it. You can visualize, affirm, and feel your future self all you want, but if your daily actions contradict the person you aspire to be, you will remain stuck in your old identity. To truly transform your life, you must align your actions with the version of yourself that already has everything you desire. Most people make the mistake of waiting until their circumstances change before they change their behavior. They say, once I have more money, I'll start managing it better. Once I get the job, I'll be more confident. Once I lose weight, I'll take better care of myself. But this way of thinking keeps you trapped in your current reality. The secret to transformation is to act as if you are already the person you want to become. Think about the identity of your future self. This is not just about achieving goals. It is about embodying a completely new way of being. Imagine the version of you that already has the success, the health, the happiness, and the abundance you desire. How does this person move through life? How do they think? How do they respond to challenges? What kind of habits do they have? If your future self is financially abundant, do they stress over every dollar? Or do they make decisions from a place of trust and abundance? If your future self is healthy and vibrant, do they procrastinate on exercise or do they move their body daily? If your future self is confident and magnetic, do they avoid taking risks or do they show up with certainty? The key is to start living as that person Your actions must be in alignment with your new identity before external results appear. This is where most people struggle because their current circumstances don't yet reflect the life they want. But the key is to stop looking at the present as a limitation and start acting from the future. When you take consistent actions that align with your desired identity, your external world will begin to rearrange itself to match your new frequency. Start by making small intentional shifts. If you want to be more confident, start standing taller, speaking with certainty, and making eye contact. If you want to be successful, start managing your time like a successful person. If you want to be in a loving relationship, start embodying the qualities of someone who is ready for love. These small changes compound over time, and soon they become your new normal. One of the most powerful ways to accelerate this transformation is through identity based habits. Instead of setting goals based on what you want to achieve, set goals based on who you want to become. Instead of saying, I want to lose weight, say, I am becoming the kind of person who prioritizes their health. Instead of saying, I want to be successful, say, I am the kind of person who takes massive action toward my goals every day. When you shift your focus from achieving to being, your behaviors naturally start aligning with your new identity. Another important factor in aligning your actions is breaking old patterns. Your brain is wired for efficiency, which means it defaults to familiar behaviors, even if those behaviors no longer serve you. If you want to change your identity, you must disrupt old habits and replace them with new ones. This requires awareness and intention. Pay attention to the moments when you fall back into old patterns and make a conscious choice to act differently. Transformation doesn't happen overnight, but every small decision you make is a vote for the person you are becoming. Every time you choose to act in alignment with your future self, you strengthen that identity. Eventually, you won't have to force yourself to take these actions. They will become automatic because they are who you are. You are not waiting for your future, you are creating it in every moment. When your thoughts, emotions, and actions are all in harmony with your desired reality, the universe has no choice but to reflect it back to you. So don't just think like your future self. Don't just feel like them. Act like them. Live as them. And soon, you will become them. Gratitude is one of the most powerful emotions you can cultivate, yet many people underestimate its true potential. It is more than just a polite thank you or a momentary feeling of appreciation. It is a state of being, a frequency that aligns you with abundance, joy, and infinite possibilities. Gratitude is the ultimate state of receivership because when you are truly grateful, you signal to the universe that you have already received what you desire. In doing so, you open yourself to receiving even more. Most people live their lives focused on what they lack. They wake up thinking about what they don't have, what's missing, and what isn't going right. This keeps them stuck in a state of wanting, reinforcing the belief that they are separate from what they desire. But the moment you shift your focus to gratitude, everything changes. Gratitude is not about waiting until you have something to be thankful for. It's about feeling thankful in advance. It's about trusting that what you desire is already on its way and feeling the emotions of already having it, even before it appears in your physical reality. Science has proven that gratitude has profound effects on the brain and body. When you feel grateful, your brain releases dopamine and serotonin, the feel-good chemicals that elevate your mood and reduce stress. Your heart rate stabilizes, your nervous system shifts out of survival mode, and your entire body moves into a state of coherence. This is the optimal state for healing, growth, and manifestation. The more time you spend in gratitude, the more you rewire your brain to see abundance rather than lack. One of the most powerful ways to practice gratitude is to start your day with it. Instead of waking up and immediately thinking about your to-do list or checking your phone, take a moment to place your hand on your heart and feel gratitude for your life. Even if nothing has changed externally, simply feeling grateful shifts your internal state. You can say to yourself, thank you for this new day. Thank you for the opportunities ahead. Thank you for the love, the growth, and the miracles that are unfolding. This practice sets the tone for your entire day, helping you attract more to be grateful for. But gratitude is not just about appreciating what you already have, it's about being thankful for what has yet to come. When you express gratitude for your desires as if they have already manifested, you activate the law of attraction in its purest form. If you want financial abundance, don't wait until money appears to feel grateful. Feel grateful now. Say to yourself, thank you for the financial abundance that is flowing into my life. Thank you for the unexpected opportunities. Thank you for the security and freedom that I already have. When you embody this emotion, your energy shifts and you become a magnet for the very things you desire. Another way to deepen your gratitude practice is through journaling. Every day, write down 3 to 5 things you are grateful for. These don't have to be big things. Even small moments, like a kind word from a friend or the warmth of the sun on your face, can shift your vibration. The more you focus on gratitude, the more your brain learns to seek out things to appreciate. It's also important to express gratitude for challenges and setbacks. Most people resist difficult situations, seeing them as obstacles rather than opportunities. But when you can be grateful even in the face of adversity, you show the universe that you trust the process of life. Instead of saying, "Why is this happening to me?" shift your perspective and say, "Thank you for this lesson. Thank you for the growth. Thank you for making me stronger." Every challenge contains a hidden gift, and gratitude allows you to receive it. Gratitude is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. The more you cultivate it, the more you align yourself with a frequency of abundance. It is not just a reaction to what you receive. It is the energy that brings more to you. So don't wait for something external to change before you feel grateful. Feel it now, live in it now, and watch as your reality begins to reflect the gratitude you carry within you. Most people spend their lives trying to control every outcome, constantly planning, worrying, and resisting what they cannot change. They believe that if they let go, things will fall apart. But the truth is, real transformation happens when you surrender and trust the process of life. Surrender is not about giving up. It is about letting go of resistance, releasing the need to control, and allowing the universe to work through you. When you surrender, you shift from force to flow, from fear to faith, and from struggle to ease. At the core of surrender is trust, trusting that everything is unfolding exactly as it should, trusting that even when things don't go according to your plan, they are still working in your favor, trusting that there is a greater intelligence orchestrating your life, leading you toward the highest version of yourself. This level of trust is not passive. It is an active choice to let go of fear, doubt, and impatience, and to lean into the unknown with confidence. One of the biggest reasons people struggle with surrender is their attachment to specific outcomes. They believe that things must happen in a certain way at a certain time in order for them to be happy. But when you are overly attached to how something unfolds, you close yourself off to infinite possibilities. Sometimes what you think you want is only a fraction of what is truly possible for you. The universe has a far greater plan than your mind can comprehend, but you must be willing to let go of control in order to receive it. Think about a river. When water flows naturally, it moves effortlessly around obstacles, adjusting and adapting to the path ahead. It does not resist or fight against what is in its way. It flows. But if you try to control the river, forcing it to move in a straight line or blocking its path, you create tension, stagnation, and resistance. The same is true in life. The more you resist, the more you suffer. But the moment you surrender, you allow life to flow through you effortlessly. One of the most powerful ways to cultivate surrender is through the practice of letting go. Let go of the need to know every detail. Let go of the fear that things won't work out. Let go of the idea that you must do everything on your own. Instead of forcing, allow. Instead of worrying, trust. Every time you catch yourself trying to control something, pause, take a deep breath, and say to yourself, I trust that everything is unfolding perfectly. Another way to deepen your trust in the process is to look back at your life and reflect on all the times things worked out, even when you didn't see how they would. How many times have you worried about something only for it to turn out better than you imagined? How many moments of uncertainty led you to unexpected blessings? When you reflect on these experiences, you begin to see that you have always been guided. Life has never failed you, and it never will. Surrender also requires patience. In a world that values instant results, many people struggle with trusting divine timing. They plant a seed and expect it to bloom overnight. But just like in nature, growth takes time. A tree does not rush to bear fruit. It follows the rhythm of the seasons. The same is true for your desires. Just because you cannot see things happening does not mean they are not in motion. Trust that everything is unfolding in perfect timing, even if you cannot yet see the results. Finally, surrendering does not mean inaction. It means taking inspired action while letting go of the need to control the outcome. You still show up, do your best, and move toward your goals, but you release the anxiety, the force, and the struggle. You act with trust, knowing that the right doors will open, the right people will come, and the right opportunities will appear at the perfect moment. When you surrender and trust the process, you enter a state of flow where life unfolds with ease and grace. You stop fighting against the current and start moving with it. And in that state, you become magnetic to everything you desire because you are no longer blocking it with fear, doubt, and resistance. So let go, trust, breathe, know that you are exactly where you need to be. The universe is always working in your favor. And when you surrender, you allow miracles to unfold in ways you never could have imagined.